Nasdaq.
Yo, what's up, everybody? I just wanted to hop on here and do a little review for today's price action because it was some pretty clean price action for a Monday for sure. But yeah, so to get started, all right, let's go to the daily. We can see how price came up and purged these highs from last week, right? And the week before that, they came and basically took out the buy side liquidity. These consecutive up candles here, you could see that opening price is literally where price ended up, basically turning around. Go to the weekly chart, we can see that it pushed into a bearish order block. So that's pretty much what I was looking for some type of reaction from last week, which we ended up getting. And then to start this week, right, price is coming down. As you saw on this weekly chart here, there's a bullish order block, which held price on this week here. It came down, touched it, and then came off that low. And so we're creating a fractal high here. So it's reasonable to expect the next couple weeks, in this case, could be potentially bearish. And then it's the same dynamic on the daily chart. It made a fractal high here, so it would be reasonable to expect it to try to reach down for some lower prices. Whether it reaches down into this fair value gap and then wants to go higher, it's something we're monitoring. But until something proves itself in that manner, showing that it wants to respect this and go higher, we remain bearish, because on that weekly chart, all price did was come and take out equal highs to touch a premium array. From this high to that low, we can see that that's a premium price level, which price reached up into. And then we have the low resistance liquidity rundown here. Okay. So in terms of like today's price action, what I was waiting for, since I am bearish, monitoring bullishness to see if there's any evidence that will basically make us change our higher time frame narrative. But since we don't see that just yet, I was staying on the side of bearishness, using what I just explained to you guys here as our narrative. And the draw on liquidity is this fair value gap down here. Because if we're going to be bullish, we want to see it pull down to some form of a discount anyways. So being that it's Monday, and a lot of times there's, just some manipulation and stuff that occurs before any type of price movement happens throughout the week, I was sticking basically to my bearish bias. Okay, and we can see how price did in fact end up going lower. But now let's scrub over to these lower time frame charts. Let's go straight to the 5 minute. Okay. So something I want you guys to pay attention to, it's going to be this open price over here, this midnight open price. Okay. We can see the midnight open price. Okay, that's actually up here. Okay. It's 9 p.m. because I'm in Cali. So yeah. So let's go view what's actually occurring here. So to start off, this first opportunity that was offered, it was this buy here, and we actually seen that before the fact, which I'll show you guys in our private community. Okay, so see right here. So I was looking for that to occur because we took sell side liquidity. There's a lot of equal highs up there. So it'd be reasonable for us to expect price to come up here and attack this buy side liquidity if it's going to look to sell. Okay, it could have sold from here, right, if it wanted to, but there was unfinished business up here as well, and price basically manipulated higher, right? As you can see, it manipulated higher, got us above this midnight open, or the daily range open specifically, and then from there, right? So we had one opportunity there that played out. Yeah, this pullback probably scared some people, but nonetheless, it attacked it directly where I was looking for it to attack. Okay. Then from there, price ended up breaking lower, shifting market structure. I saw this as a potential breaker, which it failed. Okay, this last down candle here before this run taking buy side liquidity. So this would have been a reasonable area, which I was watching, but considering the fact that it wasn't really doing what I wanted it to do after it pushed so high and broke this zone, I guess you could say, I anticipated price potentially, going up, and I was basically I was just sitting on my hands, essentially, waiting for something like this to occur. And then when price came up here, I noticed that there was S&T between the indices, which we can go look at here. Okay, where is it at? Go to the 1 minute. So see how this high and that high, that's a lower high. These are higher highs, and these were higher highs. So that was basically what I was waiting for and making my community aware of to watch. And then if something shifted market structure like this did over here, we could reasonably look for this fair value gap to be our entry for now, looking for sales. Okay, because our buy side liquidity was engaged. And then if we saw a shifted market structure, we're still bearish on the higher time frames. Remember what I said at the very beginning. We're looking for further evidence to see if changing our narrative on the higher time frame is valid. And in this case, it's not just yet. So we're not picking tops, we're not picking bottoms, none of that type of stuff on the higher time frames. We look to allow price to show us, right? Show us what it's trying to do, and then we get in line with that. Okay, so talking more about this example here, once price shifted market structure here, which I alerted my private community about before the fact, as always, see right here, this S&T at the highs, I even told them about that. If a shift in market structure happens here, because there's a shift, an S&T at the highs, I'd look for sells. Okay, had that marked out, that swing low here, which is right there. Okay, so once that broke down, that was our opportunity to sell, which we ended up taking the opportunity here, as you can see. Okay. And then it ran like 30 points, and I was cool with taking 30 points. I'm not greedy. 30 points a day keeps your job away. Okay, so take that into consideration. But yeah, this was very, very easy. Okay, it was a very, very easy setup. Price then continued going lower, had another little mini fair value gap in there, which is right here. This is also a 3 drive pattern. So there's 1 high, 2 high, 3rd high that takes out all of them. And then it's also in a area where there was a fair value gap. Also a breaker, right? So you could use this low as a breaker too, because this took the low here, ran up, took the high, and then aggressively broke this low. So this is also, it could be considered as a breaker here as well, this whole zone right here. And if this zone got broken, like this one did right here, that would mean that we're probably going to see higher prices, and then we'd have to sit on our hands. Okay, so if this zone was broken here, this sell wouldn't have occurred. Just like what over here with this breaker here, this breaker block, this first one, it had a high, low, took the high, shifted market structure, but it failed. Okay, so that was a failed breaker, which we waited for this to occur later on. Okay, we weren't in a rush, never in a rush. We're always letting price speak to us. When it comes to taking these ideas, we never force stuff, never overtrade, never over leverage, principles of a profitable trader, right? So yeah, this was an opportunity here. When it reached back into there, stop could have been above this high here. And when price sold off here, there's this fair value gap. An entry there would permit you to put a stop right here. You're also using this zone as confirmation for whether your trade idea is going to work or not, right? Or whether it's a good idea or not. Okay, so as you can see, that was a good idea as well. And then once this low got broken again, right? So it broke this low, these lows, shifted market structure. The whole idea started here, broke this low, broke that low, continued going lower, came back up. Another opportunity for an institutional order flow entry drill. And then price sold off again, breaking these lows some more with some some clean targets being this low. Okay, it started in the New York session open. And then, yeah, so when price came back down there, there's another opportunity here and another 3 drive pattern, 1, 2, 3. And then it ended up selling off again to then come back up and now seek buy side liquidity. So whether this is a start to a further sell-off, it remains to be seen. But nonetheless, this was beautiful here. The logic is clear, trusting our higher time frame bias. Didn't get fooled by all this craziness here. Had one failed potential idea that I didn't execute on, just because when price got above here, I was already kind of considering that it's probably an incorrect analysis there, because if it's going to respect this, it's going to do exactly what this one did. It respected these last down candles. After it came back up, it didn't pierce going higher like this. And again, there was also S&T divergence at the highs here as well. Okay, so again, these highs, these were higher highs, and then US 30 gave us a lower high. Okay, and it shifted market structure and it returned to a fair value gap. So there's also the YouTube model occurring here as well. You can also see that this took buy side liquidity here, made a failure swing up here, made a failure swing there, and then ended up shifting market structure again. There's another fair value gap. You could have entered there as well if you were trading US 30. So yeah, all this stuff is relevant. I hope this breakdown made sense, because this is some beautiful price action. This is what we want to see. Things just beautifully dovetailing together in a logical way. And then, you know, of course, our model showing itself and then us having the confidence to execute. Okay. But one more thing I wanted to point out as well, as you can see from this video, you see that I saw all this beforehand, which is a regular occurrence in our private community, as well as us being in sync with certain things ICT points out, right, or executes on. A lot of the time, like most of our community members, they see this. So that's just like something that I'm really proud of. We're generally on the right side of the market and also in sync with, you know, ICT. I was going to say GOAT, but, you know, you don't really like, you know, like people saying that, although it's the truth, right? But it is what it is. But yeah, guys, so I hope you got some value from this. There'll be a lot more videos like this to come. Just because I want to start building trust with the community, because I know there's a lot of like scammers and bullshit out there. But we're really over here just doing the best we can and approaching the markets with a level of consistency that is absolutely attainable. And I appreciate all our private community members and everybody that supports the channel. So if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that would be amazing. It really helps the channel out and just, you know, motivates me and shows me that you guys are interested in some of the things that I talk about or, you know, try to teach everybody. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you found any value from this video or any of my other videos, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if there's any topics you guys would like me to cover moving forward, because I'd be happy to cater to whatever your guys' interests are, right? Regardless of what level of trader you are, okay? So that being said, guys, I hope you have a wonderful start to your week and a wonderful rest of your week. And I hope the markets bless you guys, okay? Until next time, guys, take care.
Hashtag.